Hello everyone, it's Alisha Brasher here at Cosmic Gateway. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to 2020. This is the Intuitive Insights for the second half of January 2020. 4 cards, see? On this card here. Hope you're doing well. I'm just going to shuffle and see what wants to come through. So as I'm doing that, just an announcement. I do have my Personal Ascension Self-Mastery program starting on the 22nd of January, which is just a week away. So if you feel guided to go on a bit of a journey, it is an 8-week program. Super excited to be rolling this out in a group format. It'll be the first time that I've done that, and it's very much a program to understand better your own energy, how to clear, how to work with the energies in your body, and how to have realign with the higher self, with your soul path, and just have a deeper understanding of how to navigate through your own ascension journey, which is very, very exciting. So if you are interested in that, I will put the details in the description box below. And let's see what we have here. So very interesting. All right. So looking at the first 3 cards that have come out, we've got the Illumination, past lives, and War and Peace. How interesting. Nice. Okay. So when I look at the Illumination card, I'll just show it here just a second. So this card here, the Illumination card, isn't she beautiful? This to me talks about illuminating or highlighting or awakening something within you, like a new revelation, a new understanding, seeing something in a different light, seeing a situation or an aspect of your life in a different vantage point. And it feels like that, I want to say that comes on quite sudden, almost shocking, but not in a bad way. It's like almost like having this sudden realization of something that was in front of you the whole time was something very different. It could be that you have seen a relationship or a work situation or something in your life, you've seen it as one thing, and now all of a sudden there's been like this cast of light or illumination over that, and you're starting to see it from a different perspective. And I feel like within that card, it's really, and the reason that I say that could be relationship, because underneath we've got the 2 of fire. So you've come into your own new partnerships, contracts, continue to move forward. So I've got those 2 cards coming together. So I almost want to say, I almost want to say with that card, it's like, you've had a close friend who's been really good to you, and all of a sudden you're starting to see them differently or realize that they are someone different to you than you thought that they were. So that to me talks about, being able to come together in new ways. And may not be relationship, it could be work-based, it could be partnerships in projects, or unrolling something for this year. But it feels like, and it could be both of you, having new revelations about the particular project that you're working on. But it feels like almost like a piece of the puzzle has come together. Something that you thought you were sort of going one way, and then all of a sudden this new revelation or insight has kind of, now you can move forward. That's sort of how it feels. So take it how it resonates. But then we've also got, we have the past lives. So interesting. So complicating goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. So we've got the 5 of fires. Interesting, a lot of fire ready. So I've got these 2 cards coming out together here. So with those 2 cards, it talks, I just want to say with this, I feel like if there is an uneasiness or unsettledness that's going on in terms of having conflict with others, I feel like there's a lot of karmic resolution playing out. So that can be, bringing or what I like to call bringing into completion. So, often with our karmic connections, and everything is karmic, it's not, a lot of people see that as in vain as a bad thing, but it's not. We go on so many different soul journeys, lifetime after lifetime, where we learn valuable lessons from one another. And I feel like as we come into this place now of going on the ascension, we have to come into harmony of balance with those different elements, with those different people or situations. So it feels like that's in a big sort of wrap up right now. So if you're feeling uneasy or unsettled about people in your life or certain situations, just know that that's going through a bit of a resolve at the moment. So whether that's in dream state, I know a lot of people tap into past lives while they're sleeping and can come to a lot of those resolutions at that time. Or it could be playing out, in day to day. It could be a bit of both. But just know that, whatever's going on has connections to past lifetimes, and it's a bit of a clearing that's going on. And it could have come through, after this revelation and seeing things for how they are. So followed by that, we have the War and Peace card, and then we've got the Page of Fire. So news of exciting new endeavor, use originality and integrity. There, we've got those two here. So it feels to me as different energies at play. So interesting here. I feel with that, going through the revelation and perhaps some uneasiness with people and unraveling these sort of past life cycles coming to completion. To me, it feels like that, the War and Peace card generally represents a conflict between the heart and mind. So it's like the heart is asking and calling you to move in a certain direction and listen to it because it has that wisdom of the soul, whereas the mind sometimes can interfere with that process and can go on tangents. So what I would really say with that card is allow things to unravel and play out. And, if you feel that you want to go deeper into understanding that, you might want to look in at booking, an energy alignment session, or, go and do some past life work to have a deeper understanding of what is playing out. But ultimately, I feel like through that, it's like the heart wants to lead the way. And it doesn't mean that we don't apply logic. It means that it's listening to the intelligence of the heart and the soul, and then by doing that, it feels like new pathways, you'll be led to that. But it's like, what do I like to say? Intuition first, logic second to apply it. Whereas in the old paradigm, it was all very much about logic based, action based, and then intuition. But I feel like we're moving into this, or you're moving into this phase right now where you have to check in with self first and understand where the soul is asking you to move forward. And when you get that insight or that guidance, then you can apply logic, you can apply action, you can apply like a strategy or a plan. So that will allow you to move forward with less road bumps, I believe. So let's see what else wants to come through. Ooh. No. Reflection. Okay, yeah. So definitely a time of deep reflection and going within. It feels like with that card, obviously we've got the wolf and the moon, so it may have all been playing out just over the last weekend with the wolf full moon and the first full moon in Cancer. It's a very reflective type energy, and I feel like that would serve you really well at this time to go within, because I feel like opinions of others would just cloud you and confuse you even more. So to really get to where the soul is asking, the heart is asking, no one else can do that for you. No one else can guide you except for you. So go deep, allow yourself to go into that depth of that soul journey. Okay, beautiful. So then we've got the unconditional love card there. Look at that Divine Mother. Isn't that gorgeous? We've got the moon behind it too. So very much the energies that were over the past weekend with the full moon in Cancer was all about home and harmony and mother and nurturing. So it may feel that, that card can be taken in a number of ways. It could be that time to really rest and, reflect. But also it's like nurturing self, or, feeling that unconditional love as you connect with your heart space, and from that, giving a lot of nurture and healing to self. And I think that's going to propel you forward into opening up communication pathways, whether that's a new form of expression for you, writing or journaling, or it may be, communicating with those around you from, giving them an understanding, or speaking your truth to them if there's another person involved. Oh, there's far too many cards. So yeah, it feels like this passageway that's just passed, or this full moon, has really allowed you to go into a really deep state of reflection. But I feel like the clarity is coming. The communication, you may have kind of shut down and not wanted to talk or communicate with loved ones during that time as you're sort of going through that pathway, but that's sort of changing and transforming. Let's just get 2 more cards if we can. Yeah, I've got 1. Yes, so seven of Swords, so ego, internal politics. So yeah, it's a lot of sorting out like what the mind is telling us, and as I said before, it's about, trusting that soul, trusting that heart intelligence. But I feel like this is also, important in the sense of, going through that sort of mental conflict phase helps bring clarity through it. It's almost like we sift through a lot of thought process as we unravel and untangle that sort of programming or limiting belief. So, and then we've got, awesome. Yeah, definitely a useful time, even though it may have been uncomfortable and may have felt like you're in that kind of squeeze. But then we've got the 3 of Coins, so it's purposeful action moving forward. So it's like by going into that space and kind of going within and feeling that pressure sort of building, allows you to get clearer on where to move forward. And that's sort of combined with the Page of Fire, with the exciting new endeavours. So it feels like whatever sort of comes through that phase allows you to move forward with less challenges and less obstacles, because it's coming from a heart-centered space ultimately. So I hope that helps. I hope that this has offered some guidance and insight in some way. I am back doing sessions, so if you feel that you need to have additional support at this time while you go through this, you can connect with me. The details will be in the description box below. And as I mentioned, my Self-Mastery Personal Ascension program does kick off next week, so I'd love you to join if you feel the call for that. If not, have an amazing fortnight, and I will connect with you soon. Mwah. Much love.